Hi guys, welcome back to Test It Tuesday. Today we are testing the Rapid Ramen Cooker. It is basically a container that cooks your ramen noodles in 4 minutes in the microwave. It says, Rapid Ramen is the fast and easy way to cook perfect ramen noodles in the microwave in minutes. You'll never fuss with boiling water or pots again. You can cook ramen noodles in half the time. Easy to use and makes the best ramen noodles you'll ever taste. Now, a packet of ramen isn't like a gourmet dish. You know, it's a college staple. It is a life after college staple because you can get 5 of these for $1. I don't see the appeal of needing a fancy Tupperware container for your ramen. Now, I got this as a gift, but let's see how much the Rapid Ramen Cooker sells for. Oh goodness. So the Rapid Ramen Cooker at Walmart, apparently online, sells for $3.97. Target, it's $4.99. At the Dollar General, it's $5. So for $5, you get a square Tupperware container with little lips, you know, little ledges on the end for you to grab, for you to cook your ramen in 4 minutes, not 3, but 4. Now, it's a little misleading because if you've ever had this wonderful 25-cent delicacy, you would know that ramen takes 3 minutes to cook in boiling water. And that's why I was kind of like, it doesn't cut the time in half, and it adds a minute. But then I was talking to my friend Kara, and she said, well, you know, you have to wait for the water to boil, and then you have to put your ramen in, and then you have to strain it out, and, you know, all of that. So I was like, okay, I understand that. But I've also made ramen in a Tupperware container in 3 minutes in the microwave at my old job, and it came out just fine. If anything, it came out better than whenever I made it in the stove, on the stove. Another thing that I find very misleading about this is that it says, healthy cooking reduces sodium by 50%. Now, in ramen, the sodium is 830 milligrams, 35%. Anybody who has eaten ramen knows that you are thirsty probably for 2 months afterwards, or you blow up like a balloon, because that's all that ramen noodles are, is sodium. And then it has a flavor packet that is sodium. It's all salt. It's a brick of salt. So this is not true because you're not reducing the sodium by 50%. It does, however, say in the instructions in very, very, very fine print, to lower sodium, use half the seasoning packet. Now, if you just want a bowl of noodles, sure, use half the seasoning packet because then you'll get super bland, gross ramen noodles. To get, you know, the wonderful, delicious delicacy of your college dorm room, use the full packet, blow up like a balloon, you know, have your sodium for the rest of the year in 1 packet of ramen. It says it cooks ramen perfectly every time. I only eat ramen as a soup. I don't use it in side dishes or anything like that. I know you can, there's many other ways to eat ramen noodles. I don't, I just eat it as soup. What we're gonna do is I'm going to go and cook this and come back and see if it is the perfect cup of noodles and to see if the $5 that somebody spent on this was really worth it. What you do is you take your ramen, you unwrap the packet, put it in here, and then there is a little fill line. It's a little lip in here that you fill it up to the fill line and microwave it for 4 minutes, add your seasoning packet, and then you can eat it right out of the bowl. That's one of the features, don't forget. And we will see if it is, in fact, the perfect bowl of ramen. Okay, 4 minutes is up. Ramen is steaming hot. Oh, come on, flavor packet. Flavor packet. Ever so delicately sprinkled on. Smells like college. And away we go. Right off the bat, I can tell you that if you eat this as a soup, there isn't a lot of broth in here, which depends on if you like a brothy noodle soup or not. And those noodles are a little bit more al dente than I am used to. I'll probably hear Emberly crying in the background. No worries, she's with her dad. I'm not leaving her alone. All right. So, thoughts on the Rapid Ramen Cooker. One, if you are only filling the water up to the fill line, you might only need half the seasoning packet because there isn't a lot of water left in there for broth. If you actually make it like soup like I usually make it. So one, not as much water to make broth. So you probably only need half the packet, which then making their statement, reduce sodium by 50%, makes that true. Two, the noodles are a little bit more al dente. That's the only way I can describe it. They're not like crunchy, but they're not cooked fully through. They're al dente. The noodles are a little bit more al dente, making them like if you actually make a traditional ramen dish, that's probably how they're supposed to be. However, I'm assuming that most people who pay 20 cents per packet of ramen aren't making it the traditional way. So you might want to keep it in for maybe like a minute longer. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty good. I wouldn't spend $5 on this because I can make the same ramen in a regular Tupperware container, and if you know you have a son or a daughter or a niece or a nephew or a cousin or a grandchild going off to college and you're like, oh, I'll get them the Rapid Ramen Cooker. You know what they'll actually probably prefer more is a Tupperware set, and they can use one of the Tupperware containers to make their ramen in. So for $5, not worth it. You know, as a gift, totally worth it. I'll use it every single day probably. No, I won't use it every single day. I don't eat ramen every single day. But yeah, like for a college kid or for someone who's just starting out on their own, sure, like as a housewarming gift, great. If you are going out to buy it on your own, like for your own house or for your own use, I would say save your $5 or put it towards something better than the Rapid Ramen Cooker. But until next time, bon appetit! Thank you so much for watching. If you really enjoyed this review of the Rapid Ramen Cooker, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Wait until next Tuesday when we are reviewing the Eggstractor. It peels hard-boiled eggs 10 times faster because everybody needs that.